they know that when you ask a Nupe man to speak at an occasion, he may likely talk history about Shwede, the legendary founder of the Nupe kingdom, or the marginalization of the Nupe people. But I'm not going to bother you with any of that tonight. I'm just going to go straight to the matter at hand. First, I'd like to congratulate Henry and his able team of AFRICYEF trustee for their hard work, dedication, commitment to education, improvement of indigent children in Africa. So I say well done, Sam, Pastor Gabriel, Akudo, and others. You've been doing a great job, and you have clearly shown that everyone ought to give something precious back to the community where they live or where they came from. And you are greatly demonstrating that. Well done. As I mentioned earlier, that the cause AFRICYEF champion is one I'm passionate about. I'm just going to give you a small story that I was involved in. In 2012, I was in Eastern Cameroon in Batwa, and then I went to Umbang. It was a combined journey of about 17 hours of bone-shaking experience because the road were quite bad. We went from Douala to Yaoundé, then to Batwa, and then Umbang in the forest. What was the objective? I joined up with some American friends to build a primary school for the Baka Pygmy children, the very little people. We met up, and it took us some days, and we did that project. Now, the Baka are some very little hunter-gatherer people with no permanent settlement. As soon as the school was built, just one little primary school, the Baka people living in that community started coming out and building a community around the school. That tells you the kind of impact that a change education can bring, even among people who you consider as not up to the contemporary civilization. Education surely can be agent of big change, and we should do our utmost in partnering with dedicated charities like AFRICYEF to midwife this. Victor Hugo was right when he said, "He who opens a school door closes a prison." I know we are all experts in analyzing the many problems in Nigeria and Africa. And a major one is the one in the education sector. But we must ask ourselves, what are we doing? What am I doing? And I want to ask you, what are you doing? And what are you going to do about it? Charity sees the need, not the cause. When we play tennis, we have some gentlemen, very passionate people. When they start to dissect and talk about the problem in Africa and Nigeria, we really get so sentimental and passionate about it. How the falling standard of education and so many other things we discuss. But we've not really been able to come up with a solution. And the solution is in you. The solution is with me. If somebody thinks their contribution is so little, try sleeping with just one mosquito. Then you know how much you can be bothered. So we can do something. And we got a choice too. It's either we make a difference, no matter how little, or to ignore what is happening and keep silent. As one person, I cannot change the world, but I can change the world of one person, says Paul Shakespeare. AFRICYEF continuously seeks to partner with everyone willing to be agent of such change, with the promotion of education among poor and indigent African school children. AFRICYEF is into scholarship, provision of school uniform and books. For me, you can imagine how happy I was when AFRICYEF made their presence felt in my ancestral home. I think it was about 3 months ago that AFRICYEF partnered with some local charity, and they donated some needed laptops to primary school and secondary school in my local village. Also, piles of exercise books were donated to children. Each kit in those primary school and secondary school were given minimum of 5 exercise books. This is completely different from the situation I was in when I went to primary school and secondary school. I was using 1 exercise book for 3 subjects. So, but now we are making a difference, and I'm grateful for that. Believe me, that made a massive difference. But this charity needs your input, your help, and your partnering, your partnership in every way. How? You can donate regularly. You can make online purchases using AFRICYEF. You can also endow scholarship. You can pay for education materials. Like Tesco will say, every little help. But for AFRICYEF, we say every little help goes further to make a massive difference. Thank you so much. We know we will soon have our dinner, but I will crave your indulgence by asking Henry will be kind enough to just show that clip of that Zambian boy with talents that are latent but not tapped, and Mo Farah and his twin brother. That's a gymnast, a serious one, without training. Henry did say that if this boy had been given the training, he would have been a lot better, possibly, than Simone Biles. I make just $1 every day. Thank you. Then the partnership. Okay. One is Mo Farah, and the other one Hassan. Mo is a household name everywhere with his Mo Bolt, and Hassan, you will see what has become of Hassan, just because they have different opportunity. One sells groceries in Mogadishu, completely unsafe place, and then the other one is a superstar. And then partnership. The board and the bread.
Oh, the bread, okay.
Right, we all saw that clip. This is what we want. Progressive partnership. If we join hands together, we can do a lot more than we think we can do. Please do support AFRICYEF charity. And finally, maybe just show us what can be done to have the support.